There are many misconceptions about life in Canada. I have friends who text me on Instagram and ask me questions that I can't believe these are how they think about life in Canada. So that's why I decided to make this video and explain um, those misconceptions and the truth behind living in Canada. The first misconception is that people think when you live your life in Canada, that's possibly the best life or the easiest life that someone can have, and there won't be any problem or any issues or any kind of hardship to your life because you just live in Canada. And that is not true. Majority of people who move to Canada, they struggle with financial problems, or they are looking for jobs and they're having hard time finding jobs, and they have to consider the amount of rent, which is crazy, very expensive in Canada. At least in Toronto, I know it's very expensive to afford your life on your own. So when you come to Canada, either on your own or with your family, things won't be easy or won't be the same as in your life in your country, because you have set up your life there, you have everything you need there, and you don't have to worry about paying like rent. When I personally used to be back in my country and used to live with my family, I wasn't worried about rent, or paying bills and getting my grocery shopping. My parents used to literally do everything for me, or sometimes I used to help, and most of the time I had everything ready for me. So when I moved to Canada, I had to do everything on my own. I had to find a place to live, I had to find the money to pay for it. At the beginning, of course, my family supported me, but after I get the job that I wanted, I had to pay my own bills and pay my own rent. So this is a challenge, not getting easy. It's getting difficult when you're moving to another country. Okay, now I move to second misconception, which is it seems that we are having so much fun, we are partying all day long or all nights, like every day of the week, and we have just no worries. We just, because we live in Canada, we are just having fun. This is so wrong. And actually, I should say I had more fun when I was in my country than here. Because when you move to another country, and as I mentioned, you have to worry about finding a job and either studying or working, and you will be so busy with work. And then after that, you won't have time, or you won't have energy to do many things, many of those fun activities that you probably used to do back in your home country. So I remember sometimes I was so tired after coming back from work that I just needed to sleep, even though I was invited to places, but I just needed to take some rest. And believe me, we work like robots, I would say, in Canada, and we sometimes don't have time for our basic needs, such as doing laundry or cleaning house, because we don't have time. So that's the second one. Now we move to third one, which is getting your ideal job right away. Again, this is not true. When you come to a new country, you are a new resident. No matter if you came to Canada as a permanent resident or as an international resident, you are new here and you don't have Canadian experience. Many of employers in Canada, they care about your Canadian work experience and not your experience back home. So it's so important that you have Canadian experience and apply for jobs. And I'm giving you an example. If you are someone who doesn't have Canadian experience and someone has even 6 months of Canadian experience, they will choose him over you, even though you have 20 years of experience. So what I'm trying to say is that you come to Canada, you can't expect that you will have the same job or same job status right away. It will take time. You probably need to start from zero. Most people, most friends I know, they had to start from zero. And if you are, let's say, a restaurant manager, you probably won't get that right away in Canada. You probably need to work as a server or as a cook when you start, and you step up to other levels. Okay, now moving on to the fourth misconception about life in Canada. People think because we are earning Canadian dollars, so we are rich, and that's wrong. Probably they are kind of exchanging that money, the Canadian dollar amount, to their own currency, and they think that it is a large amount of money. But you need to consider, when you earning Canadian dollars, you also are paying your expenses in Canadian dollars. So if you earn $2,500 or $3,000 a month, and you probably paying $2,000 in rent if you are living on your own. So, and the other costs would be at least $500 to $600 for one person. If you are that type of person who goes to restaurants and parties a lot, you probably will end up with no money at the end of the month. So that is another misconception, that you need to think you earn in Canadian dollar and you spend in Canadian dollars. So never exchange Canadian dollar to your country currency, which is a wrong calculation if you are planning to live in Canada. Okay, now let's move on to the fifth misconception, and that is getting a PR is super easy. It's not. It's definitely not an easy path. So I am talking from my own experience, and let me tell you guys, from the minute you enter Canada, you have to think about your PR until you get it. Every step that you're taking, you must consider your PR process, if it counts as a point for you, or if it doesn't, you must change it to something else that it does. So if you want to know more, I will link some videos here which I talk about my experiences of studying culinary and my PR experience, my PR journey experience. So make sure you check those out because it's important for you to understand the process. But I am telling you, it took me 4 to 5 years to finally get my PR. So there are many challenges and many obstacles that you need to deal with, and you need to be able to be strong if something happens and stops you from moving forward. You have to find another solution. The minute you enter Canada until you get your PR, you are just running, or it's a war, I would say, just to get all those documents and all those requirements done. So that was it, 5 misconceptions. If I hear more about these misconceptions, I will make another video, because I think it's so important for people to understand if the action that they are taking is the correct one. Otherwise, if you come to Canada or any other country and without knowing these little points, or I would say what's going on behind the scene, so you will probably be disappointed and it will be too late to change your path. So I hope you like this video and it helped you to learn something about life in Canada. If you did, please show me by liking, and please subscribe to my channel to support me. And if you want to see more of these videos in future, please click that bell icon, so anytime I post a new video, you will get notified and you won't miss it. Until next time, bye everyone.